Hi, I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to continue with my series entitled Rhythm Exercises. In this series we look at blues guitar rhythmic phrasing. First, I'll perform a rhythm exercise in the key of F, number 2, then I'll break it down for you. Here we go. I hope you enjoy it. All right, let's break down blues solo with comping in the key of F, number 2. We have a 12-bar blues that I've divided into 6 2-bar phrases. Each 2-bar phrase will use the exact same rhythm. The rhythm is 1 and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. During the first bar and into the first beat of bar 2, we will be playing lead guitar. After the lead guitar portion, we'll enter into the rhythm guitar accompaniment known as comping. So the lead guitar portion will extend through 1 and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1, and then on the and of 1 in bar 2, we'll enter into the rhythm guitar pattern. It sounds like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. This rhythm guitar pattern I usually refer to as the blues pattern, but is generally known as the Jimmy Reed or Chuck Berry pattern. Notice that I've chopped off the first eighth note of the pattern. This is because the lead guitar extends through that first eighth note. Normally, the pattern would sound like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. But here we've chopped the first eighth note. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now that we've looked at the rhythm for this exercise, let's go ahead and look at the scale that we'll be using. The scale that we'll be using for this exercise is the F major pentatonic around the first fret. For those of you who know caged, this is called the E pattern. In this scale, we will also be including what we call the major blue note. This is the addition of the minor third to the scale pattern. The pattern looks like this. Now that we've looked at the rhythm and the scale that we'll be using for this exercise, let's go on to phrase 1. Here's phrase 1. We're going to start off on the second string, 3rd fret, 1, and then our triplet includes a bend. The bend is about a whole step, maybe slightly under. And we're ending the triplet there on F. And here's beat 3 and then the last triplet. And we're ending the phrase on the note F. That makes sense because we're on an F chord here, and that's the root. Then we go into our accompaniment pattern starting on the and of 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's phrase 2. 1 and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're we're going to start this phrase on the 5th of the chord F. That note is C. And we're going to pretty much go right up the scale. So we have 1 and triplet. We're including that major blue note, or the passing tone, in this scale. And then we have 3 and then our last triplet, we have a pull off ending on the root F, and then into the comping pattern. Here's phrase 3. One and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to start off with a double stop here at the first fret. We're playing strings 1 and 2, and so this is beat 1 and then here's our triplet. We're going to pull off from the first fret to open here. Notice we're using that passing tone again. Now this is strategic here because the chord is now the 4 chord B flat 7, and this is part of our chord, so I'm using this because it's a chord tone. So that's the first triplet, and then here's 3 and. So we're using the open string, and then the last triplet is ending on the root F into the comping pattern. And this time we've moved the comping pattern up 1 string set to B flat because we're on the 4 chord. So it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's put that together one more time. Here's phrase 4. One and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So we're going to start off with a bend here. I'm kind of aiming for a whole step, but I'm going to be a little flat on this bend. So we have, and then it's 3rd fret not bent, and then our first triplet, and then here's 3 and triplet ending on the root F, and then back to the accompaniment pattern. 2 and 3 and 4 and. On to phrase 5. One and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So this particular phrase is targeted over the 5 chord C 7th, and so I'm starting on the root of that chord, which is C, and I'm going up the scale, 1 and then triplet, and then 3 and here's my last triplet, and then I'm ending on the note G. Now I'm ending on the G here because it's a chord tone of the C 7th and it helps outline the chord. Then I'm going to go over to my accompaniment pattern that's moved over for the C chord change. One more time. Now on to the last phrase. Here's phrase 6. One and triplet, 3 and triplet, 1 So we're going to start off with a bend that's approximate. I'm aiming for a whole, but I'm going to be definitely flat of that. And then we go to the F, and then we have a pull off here. So that's our triplet. And then we have 3 and. So I'm across the first fret there. And then my last triplet, 2nd fret, 3rd fret, open, ending on the root F. And then into the comping. That's it for rhythm exercise in the key of F number 2. I'm Kimberly Allison from Starliner Music, and I hope to see you back on my channel soon.